at Jane Addams for a couple years now. And 2, exactly. And it was a really dramatic change from where we were. We were at a school, and suddenly they told us, you have to move because you are on the border, literally on the border. All of his friends went to one school where he had been involved in the music program. He's a piano player by origin and joined a well-established music program and was overlooked, in my opinion, which was fine, and he quit. So over the summer, we knew we were going to this new school, and we never got the letter of what was supposed to happen, like how he was supposed to show up at summer school music program. And I think a week before school started, I reached out to the new music director, and I was so excited. And I said, I've got this really talented kid. He's a piano player. Do you have room for a piano player? And she said, no, we don't have room. Where were you this summer? I don't know you. You aren't a part of... No, really, you should have... So we came to an agreement that he would be in junior jazz, because that was the stress level that you were willing to do. And he wanted to play bass guitar. And she said, well, I'm willing to take bass guitar if he's willing to play stand-up bass. And he said, all right, I'll try it. I haven't done it. And I think within 3 weeks, he was the lead bass guitarist. He was suddenly loving jazz. Our house became all jazz, all things music, all things bass. And I think for us, it was a connection and an understanding of kids and music and how they relate to music and what makes them excited, and that he had never experienced before. It wasn't regimented. It wasn't, I mean, there was certainly discipline, but it was, you know, PJ felt that he had the ability to explore and express in an individual way, and that's been fun for him and really good. But I think what's been really great for me and my husband and ultimately PJ is that there has been I'm going to embarrass him in front of all these people in this room, but I think it's what's helped him become a man, or, you know, at least a young man. It gets him up in the morning. It brings him home in the day. It makes him organized. Deb might say he's not organized, but he's more organized than he would be without her. He cares when he's not organized, and isn't that the ultimate feeling? Is I forgot my music. Well, if you feel you forgot your music, then that's better than if you don't. And I have two older kids, so I know the difference. Music is important to you, isn't it?
When I started out, I played piano for 5 years, and I guess I wasn't getting the exact music. I wasn't feeling like I was at my full potential, and I wanted to do more stuff. And so I asked my parents if I could start maybe another instrument, and they wouldn't let me take drums, so and I don't know why, but I really wanted to play bassoon, and they wouldn't let me do that either. And so they decided on guitar, and so I went to my first guitar lesson, and I didn't like it, so I started playing bass guitar, and that really was fun for me. And so I remember when I first started jazz, I wanted to play bass guitar, and Deb put down a piece of sheet music in front of me, and I had no idea how to read sheet music, and it was just notes on a page. And so I went up to Deb later that day and said, I'm going to need frets for this because I can't play this. And she said, yeah, you can. And so I somewhat learned that, sort of. And in 3 weeks later, I was in senior jazz as a bass player, and I played, the first song I played was Filthy McNasty, I believe. And it really when like before I went to Jane Addams, I was not into jazz at all. I was I didn't like the thought of it. I thought it was very boring. I thought it was bland. And then I went to Jane Addams, and it kind of opened my eyes to a world of different genres of funk and Latin, and it really brought brought attention to the culture in jazz, and I wanted to be involved in that. So I decided that I would start playing the bass, and it was really I like the fact that jazz isn't all about playing what's on the page. It's about feeling the instrument and feeling the music and creating your own music as you play, and it's just kind of been a lot, and I think it's really great for me.